Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome back to 6-4 Radio.
And this is the news.
Jeremy Clarkson, the legendary BBC presenter of Top Gear, was recently suspended amid allegations of fracas with a producer. Fracas.
Yeah.
And now fans want him back.
Jeremy Clarkson prides himself on being an opponent of political correctness. He has courted controversy in the past as he has dealt with allegations including racism and sexism.
The 54-year-old star from the series allegedly punched his assistant producer when he was told there was no food available after the shoot in Newcastle.
But this is not the first time he courted controversy. In 2011, during a 90-minute India special, a car fitted with a toilet in the boot is described by Clarkson as perfect for India because everyone who comes here gets the trots.
Trots.
Yeah.
Clarkson is found to have breached BBC guidelines by comparing a Japanese car to people with growths on their faces.
In 2014, Clarkson was embroiled in controversy when it was claimed that the N-word was used by him while reciting the nursery rhyme Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo during filming.
N-word. Nigeria?
Maybe. Again in 2014, Top Gear is ruled to have breached broadcasting rules after Clarkson used the word slope to describe an Asian man. Slope. And then again, Top Gear crew was forced to flee Argentina when trouble erupted when it was emerged they were using a car with the registration number H982FKL, which some suggested could refer to the Falklands conflict of 1982. Falklands conflict. What's that?
People died. The incident apparently didn't deter him even a bit. Jeremy poked fun at himself by changing his Twitter biography to read, "I'm probably a presenter of BBC Two motoring show Top Gear."
A supporter of suspended Top Gear host Jeremy Clarkson delivered a petition with nearly 1 million signatures calling for his reinstatement to the BBC's headquarters on Friday. It was Friday. Driving an armored tank up to the building. Yes, an armored tank with Stig sitting on the cannon.
Sounds like his supporter indeed. Clarkson tweeted his thanks Friday night to those who were calling for his reinstatement, saying he's very touched.
With an armored tank. Clarkson recently supported a charity event, and this is what he's had to say. "I didn't foresee my sacking, but I would like to do one last lap." Then in an absolute Clarkson fashion, he dropped a few abuses and concluded by saying, "So I'll go down to Surrey and I'll do one last lap in that track before the fucking bastards sack me."
Even UK Prime Minister David Cameron was rooting for him. "I don't know what exactly happened," Cameron told the BBC last week. "He's a constituent of mine, a friend of mine, a huge talent. Because he's such a huge talent and he amuses and entertains so many people, including my children, would be heartbroken if Top Gear was taken off air. I hope this can be sorted out because it's a great program and he's a huge talent."
The Prime Minister said he's a great talent. Seriously.
Talent. Yeah, man. Clarkson reminds me of Beef Ban in India. Like, 1/3 are against him, another third are looking for him, and the rest are finding everything too amusing to look away.
Clarkson was finally fired from Top Gear and he changed his DP and his bio to read, "I used to be a presenter of BBC Two motoring show, Top Gear."
On the same day, Zwelda TV channel published a letter to Clarkson on its website late Thursday, inviting him to visit Moscow in April and discuss launching a car show in Russia. Russia?
Yeah.
Wow.
I bet he loves Russia. Let's move on to something stupider. Justin Bieber.
His roast, nevertheless.
Two comedians, Jeff Ross and Pete Davidson, made separate jokes about Bieber involving the death of Paul Walker.
Classy guys.
Paul Walker, by the way. According to the reports, Ludacris, a friend of Paul Walker, was deeply upset at the jokes. They also landed with a thud in the crowd. You can see Ludacris making a cut motion on stage at the Sony Pictures Studio in Los Angeles.
We won't repeat the jokes because they weren't funny. And apparently Comedy Central felt the same way. Both the jokes will be pulled from the broadcast and with good reason. Bieber signed up for the roast. Paul Walker left a daughter behind after the tragic accident.
Trump is in the news and
Yeah.
he wants to be the president. Republican businessman Donald Trump believes he is the only one who can fix the country's problems.
Mexico's ripping us left and right. Mexico!
Yeah!
He said, citing Tuesday Wall Street Journal article on auto companies shifting their operations to Mexico. "This has got to end. China is ripping us left and right." He added, "Japan is now devaluing our currency." What's with him in directions left and right?
I have no idea.
He went on to say, "I'm the only one who can make America truly great again."
Trump didn't shy away from throwing down. "Politicians are fun to negotiate with because they're really easy. They're all talk and no action," he said. "Frankly, it's the country, it's got such tremendous potential if we had leaders that knew what they were doing. When leaders are grossly incompetent and President Obama is on top of the list."
Let's bring it back home. What do you do when you're confronted with a dozen or so country-made bombs on a staircase of a crowded library?
Two Agra police cops found themselves in exactly this situation on Tuesday. Their response left onlookers confused about whether to applaud their courage or deplore their stupidity. The duo immediately filled a container with water. They dug the bombs in to neutralize them.
They had just dunked the bombs when an onlooker shouted.
अरे साहब, बॉम्ब पानी में डालने से फट गया तो?
That got the policeman thinking. One of them promptly got a stone and started beating the bombs with it. Satisfied the explosives had been diffused after their thrashing, they finally carried them away on their bikes.
The bomb disposal squad was called after this had happened, and they found that the round objects were indeed explosives, and they didn't blow up. And as usual, the police said that a probe has been launched into the matter.
Off to Bihar now, where images of parents and family members clambering up a school building and clinging on window ledges to pass cheat sheets to their children have left authorities in what you call despair.
The incident took place on Wednesday in the state of Bihar, where students were writing their year-end grade 10 examinations. I really wish my parents were like that.
Examples of cheating are not hard to find in India, as we know, but even compared to previous events, this seems to be unprecedented in its blatancy.
But man, I would have passed my maths exam. Bihar Education Minister P.K. Shahi told reporters that children won't learn if they're constantly helped by their family members. Governments can only hold fair examinations with the help of parents, society, and children. This is a collective responsibility.
Speaking of collective responsibilities, if you like this show, please share, like, or leave a word for us in the comment section right here.
You can also like some of our older content and check it out on here on the left-hand side, right beyond him. And if you're listening to this on Stitcher Radio, please just scroll down.
And let me ask you, what do you think happened on Donald Trump's head?
An explosion.